This folding keyboard comes with a cover that also doubles as a kickstand. It's held together by magnets. It's a bifolding keyboard that opens up in one direction. The overall design is very reminiscent of a MacBook Pro, very Apple-esque. The biggest feature for this is a big, spacious trackpad. The outside cover bends inwards to create a single fixed angle. You can use it as a stand for any device. On the right-hand side, you'll find the USB-C charging port and the on and off switch. For the price, the build quality is decent. It's not amazing, but it's good enough for most people. The hinge here feels kind of questionable and doesn't inspire full confidence. You can pair this keyboard with up to 3 devices over Bluetooth. It has Bluetooth 5.2. With that, you can connect phones, tablets, or computers easily. The back cover folds to prop up your devices for a better angled experience. However, the keyboard itself stays completely flat with no incline. This keyboard is also not backlit, so you do have to find your own light source. Charging this takes about 2 hours, and you'll get a few months of usage before it needs to be recharged. With the large trackpad, everything seems to work pretty much like normal. However, I do notice it runs a little bit sluggish. One finger clicking and dragging works fine. 2 finger scrolling up and down works as expected. You do have native pinch to zoom here. You can use pinch to zoom in the gallery and browser without issues. 3 fingers swiping across lets you switch between different web pages or apps. It can be hit or miss at times. 3 fingers swiping up opens up multitasking and shows what's running. 4 fingers on the trackpad will take a screenshot. So all the normal Apple gestures work right out of the box. As it stands, this keyboard and trackpad are really designed for iPads in mind. You can use it for basic navigations for macOS, but that's really about it. For my MacBook Air, I rely heavily on gesture-based controls, so the lack of full gesture support is a major downside. It's simply not the best experience for macOS. Right off the bat, you get native pinch to zoom support on Windows. It works well, especially as good as the built-in trackpad on my Windows laptop. Everything seems to work smoothly for the most part. Pinch to zoom works flawlessly here. 1 finger clicking and dragging works as well. I can select, highlight text and images and move them around as needed. 2 fingers scrolling up and down also works just fine. 3 fingers swiping across opens up multitasking. Overall, everything you expect from a normal Windows trackpad experience is here. The gestures and functionality feel native and smooth, so this trackpad works perfectly fine for Windows. The keys themselves are decent. Here, it is a chiclet style layout. They are clicky, but not as much as I would prefer. They're not as mushy, and they do have decent tactile feedback. Unfortunately, the keys are not backlit, so you will need to find your own light source. In the end, I was pretty consistent with about 50 words per minute. After using it for a bit, I warmed up to it. At that point, I was able to break about 70 words per minute a few different times. So the keyboard here is one of the better ones I've tested. I do have one issue with the keyboard here. They combine the number row and function keys into one to save space. Instead of 6 rows, you only get 5. The backspace delete key is moved to the top right corner. This really throws off my muscle memory. Even after using this for a week or two, the layout still throws me off.